Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitter tonight, so you can check in anywhere and you can comment and ask questions. We'll try to get some in. We cannot think of a better way to close our festival than with the French film C'est la vie. Most of you might be familiar with the film Les Intouchables, The Untouchables, one of the greatest and most popular French films ever made from about 7 years ago. We have the two directors here who are teaming back up on this project. It's a film about a party caterer whose turn it is to take the last bow and do one last great reception at a wedding. It's extremely comic. It also has a great dramatic pull. We have the two directors here, Toledo and Nakash. We have Suzanne Clément, our very own from Canada, and great French actor Gilles Lelouch. We'll meet them soon. They're just arriving now, meeting everyone. You want to come on? Yes. Monsieur Toledano, en premier? Parfait. Parfait. Monsieur Toledano, it's such a pleasure to have you here at the festival. It's a huge year for you. You have this massive new film coming out in North America as of right now. And you also have the remake of The Untouchables playing at the festival. It's a huge year for you.
Yeah, I haven't seen it now for the remake, but it's two reasons to come, two good reasons to come and to be here, and I'm very, very glad and happy to be here.
You and Nakash are a duo that seems to not be separable. You do everything together, you write your films together, you develop them, and you shoot them together. What is each other's strength that you rely on the most?
I think that we are very different, and we are telling to what a lonely director are speaking and are expressing. We express we complete each other, and we are two different. So each film, we try to say to the people all the things that you see, all the people who think that they are really different. They complete each other, and it was the case in Intouchables, and it's still the case in C'est la vie. It's always the same line that we are pressing.
And the comedy and the drama that permeates through all your film is very impressive. With this one, you have a big cast and a lot of characters to develop. So people that are familiar with The Untouchables will have followed mainly 2 or 3 characters. In this one, it's much broader. Was there challenges or, I guess, rewards with doing that?
No, it was a good challenge. And, you know, it's like music. You have many instruments and you have to make them play together like an harmony. So it's a real pleasure, and we like so much Italian comedies from the 70s. This is our model, so we decided to take this challenge.
And my most important question, we're going to poll everybody tonight on this one. Are the French really the best partiers?
I can answer on this. It's too touchy.
I love it. It's a political answer. Thank you so much. Enjoy it. There's about 1,500 people waiting for you tonight. Enjoy the screening. Thank you. One of the 2 directors, obviously these 2 work together now on, I think, 6 feature films, or perhaps even a little bit more. They always embed some humor in very dramatic type stories, which is a chord that is not easy to hit on screen, but these 2 are the most successful at it, I will say. We now have, I believe, Suzanne Clément, our very own, coming to the stage. Come on up, Suzanne.
You really need a picture to know my name.
Hello. Hello, my girl.
Let's pretend we're not.
Yes, let's pretend we've never met. It's so great to have you. You're one of our own, and you're in this massive film coming out of France. Les Intouchables was a massive hit around the world. What drew you to C'est la vie?
Well, the directors asked me, and then I knew that Jean-Pierre Bacri was the lead character, and the small part that I play is actually the kind of love interest of Jean-Pierre, who I admire for a long time. So and I admire those guys too. So yeah, it was like a no-brainer.
And you're one of our most versatile actresses in Canada. You shoot a lot in Canada, you shoot elsewhere, you shoot in 2 languages often. Is it important for you to tell stories from those other perspectives in the world, not just home?
It's such a great opportunity for me. It's like I have great opportunities to change the accent, the language, and then also how people make movies elsewhere. There's so much that is different. There's a lot of similarities as well in the way of doing the movies. But the way the directors ask you in France is that they meet you. They create the project almost around the actors, and even the characters become the actors, which is totally different than I think what we do in North America. So that's a great travel almost, like for me, like
of course, yeah. Journey.
Voyage.
A journey.
Yeah.
It's a film that I believe can reach very broad audiences, certainly not just French speakers. It's universal, it's fun, it's touching, it's everything. Do you foresee this film going wide internationally?
I would certainly hope so. From what I have experienced watching such a wide variety of actors from different even countries and way of acting on set, watching them cracking up at who they are, and the whole troupe, everyone. I think it could be something that could be seen even in like India or whatever. Yeah, it tells a lot with a lot of humor and love and affection about what we experience more and more. Different people from different countries living together and trying to find a way to communicate,
And I have to ask, because we're polling all our guests tonight, you're the French Canadian in a French production in a film about celebration and partying and all that great stuff.
Yeah.
Who parties the best, French people or French Canadians?
Different ways of partying. French Canadians, of course. Yes.
That's what I wanted. Thank you. Enjoy the screening. There's 1,500 people waiting for you in there. You're going to have a blast.
That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you.
The great Suzanne Clément, she represents us so well around the world. You know her from Xavier Dolan's films, virtually in nearly all of his productions. She obviously travels the world to do a lot of productions. She's a treasure for us, really. We're going to get next. Oh, great. Olivier Nakache, come on up. En français, bonsoir.
Bonsoir, bonsoir.
Vous êtes ici cette année, c'est une grosse année pour vous. Vous avez C'est la vie qui se lance en Amérique du Nord, alors que le remake des Intouchables est aussi au festival. Comment on se sent voir en fait un projet direct et un indirect au festival?
Oui, c'est ça, The Upside, c'est un projet indirect, mais ça continue l'aventure complètement incroyable qu'on a eue avec ce film, qui est un film qui a été touché par la grâce et qui continue d'être un peu magique. Donc c'est une histoire vraie qui n'est pas la nôtre, donc c'est formidable que d'autres gens vont pouvoir la découvrir. Et là, on est très 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 excités parce qu'on présente donc ce nouveau film, C'est la vie, dont on est très très fiers, qui est une pure comédie. Et donc on est impatient d'aller dans la salle pour écouter la salle.
Ah oui, il y a 1500 personnes qui vous attendent pour rire. Pardon, on ne veut pas vous stresser. Contrairement aux Intouchables et même à Samba, c'est un grand ensemble d'acteurs dans ce film-là. Donc il y a beaucoup d'histoires, chaque personnage est riche et développé. Comment c'était entre vous deux, entre Toledano et vous, de développer autant de monde?
Bah justement, c'était ça l'ambition. Effectivement, Intouchable et Samba, il y avait 2 ou 4 rôles principaux. Là, il y a 18 acteurs. C'était notre ambition de faire ça sur une nuit, une soirée, un mariage, plein de monde et de mélanger tout ça. C'est un film de mélange et on avait envie d'avoir des acteurs d'horizons totalement différents, comme Jean-Pierre Bacri, comme on a eu la grande chance d'avoir Suzanne Clément qui a bien accepté de participer à cette aventure. C'est une aventure collective, une aventure fraternelle dans le but de faire rire.
Ça fonctionne, je vous le dis. Une dernière question, parce qu'on demande à tout le monde qui monte ce soir. Est-ce que les Français ont le meilleur sens de la fête au monde?
Alors je ne sais pas si c'est le meilleur au monde, mais en tout cas c'est sûr qu'on a le sens de la fête et il faut garder le sens de la fête. Même si des fois on est triste, on vit des moments difficiles, il y a des événements dans le monde des fois et en France on vit des choses où on est déprimé. Mais Billy Wilder a dit quand je suis déprimé j'écris des comédies. Donc nous il y a 2 ans on a été un petit peu déprimés, on a écrit cette comédie et il faut garder le sens de la fête.
Parfaite façon de terminer ça. Merci à vous, 1500 personnes. Bonne soirée. Olivier Nakache, co-director and co-writer of this film. And I think we have Gilles Lelouch on his way, the amazing French actor. He actually is in 3 films that are released so far this year and 1 more in the fall. He's one of the hardest working actors in France. He does a lot of comedies. And this was interesting. He plays basically the wedding singer who's kind of like a rock star that never perhaps made it all the way through all of his dreams and now is perhaps stuck doing this type of gig. He's one of the biggest comedic force in the film. Let's meet him now. Gilles Lelouch, bonsoir. Bonsoir à vous. Merci d'être ici à Toronto avec nous pour le lancement du film. Votre personnage du chanteur dans le mariage est, selon moi, la force comique la plus intense du film. Qu'est-ce qui vous a attiré en ce rôle-là et comment l'avez-vous développé avec vos réalisateurs?
Vous savez, en fait, ils m'ont demandé de chanter un italien très, très approximatif. Étant donné que je ne parle pas du tout italien, ça n'a pas été très compliqué pour moi. Et je me suis bien amusé à faire ce film. On a beaucoup rigolé à faire ce film. Les réalisateurs Olivier et Eric sont des gens qui s'amusent de façon permanente, qui sont tout le temps joyeux et ils ont une joie vraiment communicative. Et tous les acteurs, toutes les actrices, c'était un festival de rire, quoi. On était rentrés comme ça, on était dans une vague de bonheur qui se ressent dans le film.
Nakache vient de nous dire que dans une année politiquement qui a été si difficile, c'est le genre de film dont on a besoin.
Oui, je crois qu'on a besoin de chaleur humaine, de partage. La France particulièrement, on a besoin ces derniers temps. On traverse une époque un peu difficile. Et voilà, de montrer aussi une France multiple, multiculturelle, métissée, et qui s'aide et qui s'entraide et qui vit ensemble et qui rit ensemble et qui pleure ensemble. C'est magnifique, c'est un beau message.
On vous souhaite une superbe présentation. Il y a 1500 personnes qui vous attendent dans la salle.
Oh là là!
C'est le lancement en Amérique du Nord. Est-ce que vous, Les Intouchables, des mêmes réalisateurs, s'est promené à travers le monde? C'est un film qui a rejoint universellement à peu près tout le monde. Est-ce que vous pensez que ce film-là a le pouvoir d'aller loin, pas que pour le public francophone?
Oui, je le pense, parce que j'ai l'impression que c'est des valeurs qui sont très universelles. Encore une fois, des valeurs de partage, de bonheur, de famille. Le mariage, c'est toujours, dans les films, un sujet extrêmement réjouissant. Et j'espère qu'on aura la même chance qu'Intouchable, évidemment.
Est-ce que les Français ont effectivement le meilleur sens de la fête au monde?
On n'est pas les derniers.
Je suis d'accord.
On n'est pas les derniers, on va dire.
Vous êtes pas mal au top.
Non, on est pas mal.
Merci d'être à Toronto. Bonne soirée à vous.
Bonne soirée.
Gilles Lelouch, the great actor who's literally works on about 5 films a year at this point. This wraps up our carpet. We have the fans waiting. It's been an extraordinary discovery year for audiences, for smaller films, and for very major films. I want to raise a toast because it's the end to all of you guys for watching at home, in cinemas, and all the discussions that we hope were spearheaded by a lot of the content that we're showing. So cheers to you guys.
Ich